Everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. Kind of an interesting week, kind of more of the same, but you're seeing some strength coming into specific stocks while the indexes continue to do nothing. So let's take a look at that and everything that means and that entails. So one of the things I've been watching here is Tesla, and one of the best things that I like to do is when I see a squeeze setting up like this, when it shifts momentum, that becomes a buy signal. Okay, and the bonus here was that there was also one here on the 78-minute chart. When it popped up, the question is like, okay, well, John, this technically the squeeze has 8 to 10 days, but remember, these things move methodically. Okay, they actually move within a channel, and the odds that this is going to actually, break out here versus moving to the top of its channel is small. Okay, so when you get something like this and it explodes to the top of the channel, I actually like to take profits on it with the idea of trying to reload on a pullback. So on this, while I continue to have the trade of the week trade, which is the put vertical spread here, which at this point is pretty close to max profit, and the put spread from the silver portfolio, which also is pretty close to max profit. What we also did here was, based on that signal, bought 10 of the 250 calls, 9 days out at $5.80. Almost got, we're almost up 100%. Great, let's just flip it out, take the money and run, with the idea of buying a pullback. Now, what happens in a situation like this is that we may end up losing out on a more sustained move like AMBA. And AMBA, you can see here, went from $73 to now $122, right? Just kind of an insane move. But keep in mind, there are particulars on AMBA that set it up for a much greater than extraordinary move as opposed to Tesla, okay? And same thing with PANW. This is one where we've done some option plays on this one, and then also, just because the chart's so great and because it met all the criteria, also just holding on to the stock. And so now we're up almost $25 a share in the stock after a couple of weeks. Only 200 shares, but $4,800 in profits, because this stock also met these same criteria. Okay, so what criteria am I talking about here? And so what I'm talking about here are like the opportunities to get what I call these kind of crazy situations where, options can go from 16 cents to $13 in a couple of days, obviously can result in some fairly tremendous moves. So what do these potential moves have in common? So at the end of the day, there are setups that I obviously like on stocks that I use over and over and over again, but setups on all stocks are not created equal, okay? A stock like GE or IBM is simply not going to have what I call an extraordinary price burst. It can't. It actually cannot do it. And something like GE or IBM, these are predictable companies with steady earnings and not very many surprises. What we are looking for specifically are companies that have the opposite of this, specifically a specific average volume to float ratio, okay? Daily volume to outstanding float ratio, short interest that is greater than this daily ratio, and then specific situations where upgrades are likely. And when you combine all this with setups, you can get these extraordinary moves like AMBA, okay? Extraordinary moves like PANW, or an extraordinary move like on Netflix, where in a short amount of time, an out of the money 16-cent call option can go to $13, okay? These insane moves. And what it comes down to is not all setups. Even though you may like a setup, if you understand that if you apply a setup to a specific stock that meets these criteria, then the opportunity for extraordinary gains takes place. So I'm going to be doing a class about this upcoming Saturday, June 20th, from 2 to 6 East Coast time. Okay, of course, Central time, that's 1 to 5. If you've already got plans on Saturday, that's okay. We'll get you the recording within 24 hours. All right. If you do this, type in simpleroptions.com/small. It'll take you to the sign up page for this class, where I'm going to be focusing on and teaching this strategy. And there also is, of course, the opportunity to do 3 days of additional add-on mentoring in a live trading environment for $9.97. Okay, the Saturday class is $4.97. The additional 3 days of live trading is $9.97, and of course, the $997 actually includes the Saturday class. Okay, so the idea here is the Saturday class, I'm going to show you all these techniques so you know how to do it. And then during the live trading, we're going to actually do those things live and actually show you the scanners in real time and how to find them. By the way, one question we get on this is that are there some brokers out there that will actually reimburse the cost of this? And yes, TradeStation is one. They currently have a program in place where they will pay for the entire cost of the course by rebating commissions, okay? They also have an app store where you can try out some of their indicators and some of the ones that we use for free. If you're interested in this, you can give us a call at the office. I'll get you that number here in just a second. Okay, so nuts and bolts, the Saturday class is coming up on June 20th, this Saturday. The live trading would be Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's the 23rd, 25th, and 26th during market hours. Again, if you cannot attend any of the stuff live, it's okay. It'll be recorded, and the recordings will be available within 24 hours. If you're new to options, if you're brand new to options, this will also include a free copy of our beginning guide to options class. All right, there's a lot of bullet points in here that talk about the differences in the two courses. You can read through those. I've already kind of told you the basics. The idea here, again, simpleroptions.com/small. If you're interested in the Saturday class to learn this technique, which I think is amazing, and I can't wait to show it to you, it's just $497. If you want to also tack on 3 days of live trading, it's $997. And of course, this actually includes the Saturday class. All right. Looking forward to working with you this Saturday. Have a great trading day, and we'll see you at the next update.